haven't seen Charlotte Flair, Tom, for months since the summer. You're absolutely right. Such a spectacular.
3 things that will happen if Charlotte Flair wins the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. After nearly 14 months off, Charlotte Flair will return to WWE. She declared for the Women's Royal Rumble match, which will take place at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis this Saturday, February 1. Not only that, but the Queen appears to be among the favorites to win the Rumble match and get a guaranteed title shot at WrestleMania 41. With that in mind, we take a look at 3 things that could happen should Charlotte Flair win the Women's Royal Rumble match. Number 3. She will become a world champion at WrestleMania 41. If WWE Creative has picked Charlotte to win the Women's Rumble match, it means that it is very likely that she will become a world champion at WrestleMania 41. A year ago, the winners of the respective Rumble matches went on to become champions at Mania, as Bayley defeated IYO SKY to win the WWE Women's Championship, while Cody Rhodes finished his story after beating Roman Reigns to become the undisputed WWE Champion. Thus, it could be safe to assume that the Queen will dethrone either Tiffany Stratton or Rhea Ripley to become the world champion for a record 15th time in her WWE career. Number 2. Charlotte Flair will reignite her feud with Rhea Ripley. Before her injury, the Queen had a feud with Rhea Ripley. The two had even faced each other at WrestleMania 39 in April 2023 for the SmackDown Women's Championship, with the Eradicator claiming the title. Fast forward to today, Rhea Ripley kept the title for a year before being forced to vacate it due to an injury. Now, she has reclaimed it, and with her rivalry with Liv Morgan being over, she is in search of the next challenger. After defeating Nia Jax at Saturday night's main event, the 2 top female stars would reignite their feud, which would also mean not only a title match at WrestleMania 41, but that Charlotte could leave SmackDown and join the Raw roster, becoming part of WWE's new era with the move to Netflix. Number 1. She will challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton has done a great job on SmackDown, 12 months after becoming part of the Blue brand. The reigning WWE Women's Champion became Ms. Money in the Bank back in the summer and went on to claim her first ever major title in her WWE career. Tiffany also did a great job as a heel, but it is unclear if she will maintain that persona in a feud with Charlotte Flair, who thrived as a heel. On that occasion, Stratton would turn face, with the Queen returning to the Blue brand as a heel. Given the talent of the 2 stars, it would be a dream match, as Tiffany Stratton has been one of the top stars of WWE's new generation, while the Queen is a WWE legend and future Hall of Famer. With that in mind, it remains to be seen what the WWE Creative plans for Charlotte Flair to win the Women's Royal Rumble in her first appearance since December 2023. WWE choosing another star over Charlotte Flair for recent push is sensible, says veteran. Exclusive. WWE's creative department has recently impressed a wrestling veteran with their decision. According to the veteran Bill Apter, picking another star to push over someone like Charlotte Flair is a great choice. The star in question is Lyra Valkyria, who recently became the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. In the final round of the tournament for the title, she faced off against Dakota Kai from Damage Control. An intense battle ensued, which saw Lyra hit Nightwing to pick up the win. Speaking about the historic WWE victory on Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Time Machine hosted by Mac Davis, Bill Apter stated, "From the day I saw her, I said this girl, she's got something special. I am surprised in a good way that they went with her and not someone who is hugely established. You know, it could have been Charlotte Flair could have come back and taken that title. But I am glad they did it with her. I think from her entrance to her work in the ring to going back, I think she is a total professional, and good luck to her." 046 onwards, WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long also commented on the match. Teddy Long apparently had similar views regarding the booking of the match between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. Adding to Apter's comments on the same episode of The Wrestling Time Machine, the WWE Hall of Famer stated, "I kind of feel the same way. I think it's a good move. You got to start taking these titles and putting them on brand new people. You know what I mean? If you keep switching them and putting them back on the same people back and forth, that gets stale. So to do something and try and bring up some brand new stars, I think that's the way to go, man. Congratulations to her." 130 onwards. Major Charlotte Flair match discussed for WWE WrestleMania 41. Charlotte Flair has been out of action for over a year, but her return is imminent. According to a new report, she has been discussed for a major match at WWE WrestleMania 41. As announced on the January 24th episode of WWE SmackDown, Charlotte Flair will make her return in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. She has been sidelined since December 2023 due to a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Flair, a 14-time champion on the main roster, is one of the company's most decorated stars. She missed WrestleMania 40, but she may be set for a buzzworthy match at WrestleMania 41. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, via Fightful Select, reports that a match between Flair and Tiffany Stratton has been discussed for WWE WrestleMania 41. Stratton is the reigning WWE Women's Champion, as she won the title by cashing in her Money in the Bank contract on the January 3rd episode of WWE SmackDown. As always, plans are always subject to change, and anything can happen between now and WrestleMania 41. Tiffany Stratton on Charlotte Flair. Stratton has expressed her interest in facing Flair over the years. She previously noted that Charlotte Flair inspired her to become a wrestler while speaking on the Insight with Chris Van Vliet podcast. "I was originally a gymnast, so I grew up in the gymnastics world," she said. "One day, I was flipping through the channels and I saw Charlotte Flair on SmackDown. And I immediately was like, who is this woman? She's jacked. She's blonde. She looks amazing. She's doing all these cool flips." And immediately I was just drawn to it. So I went to my nearest wrestling school and I signed up for classes. However, my mom actually had a contact who knew Greg Gagne, who is a wrestling legend. He's been in the business for a long time, and he agreed to train me and get me a tryout with WWE. On the January 24th edition of SmackDown, it was announced that Flair would be taking part in the Women's Royal Rumble match on February 1st. In recent weeks, vignettes have begun to air hyping Flair's comeback, while the star herself has steadily been dropping hints on social media. The match at Rumble will be Flair's first since suffering a major knee injury in a match against Asuka in December 2023. Plans coming together for Charlotte Flair. As reported by Fightful Select, a huge showdown between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton has been discussed for WrestleMania 41. This backed up an earlier report that noted the match had been talked about backstage. Stratton has made no secret of her admiration of Flair in the past, and fans have regularly commented on the similarities between the pair. Meanwhile, it's been reported that Rhea Ripley could be in line for a massive clash with Bianca Belair. Although the two women have shared the ring on plenty of occasions, they've only wrestled 2 singles matches with both of these tag